Hi and welcome to another Yin Yoga class. My name is Ellie and I'm very happy to have you here in this channel where we practice Yin for different parts of the body, for different focus, for different emphasis, for different benefits. We learn about this style of yoga that I hope by now you know that is not new. Is kind of like going back to practice asanas in the way that they were practiced thousands of years ago. Steady, calm, seated, holding the poses for longer periods of time to help us to sit. At the end of the story, that is the aim of the practice of postures, to be able to be seated in a stillness without any pain, without any discomfort. So in that quiet space, hopefully we can achieve the meditation state and we can start finding answers within. Today I have put together a sequence to stimulate the lateral side of the body. So we're going to be doing some side stretches, some side movements, because it's a way of moving the body that is not very common in our daily life. Is very needed, but we don't pay attention much to those movements. We tend to move more forward or back. So we want to create that space in our torso, in our spine, so we can breathe better, because breathing also is the key to have a healthy life. That I will be talking about that in upcoming episodes of the podcast with a very special guest that she is very into breath work. Anyway, let's get into the Yin Yoga class today. You may not need any prop unless you like to have a cushion or a blanket or something to sit on while you are seated. Other than that, I don't think you will need much. So please find your way to your comfortable seated position, closing your eyes. Resting your hands on your knees. And just allow these moments to connect within, to connect with yourself. Try to go deep into that space where your soul, where your heart, where yourself lives. Observing how your body feels in this moment, how are your toes, your feet, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, feeling your legs heavy against the floor, checking in with your abdomen, your lower back, your chest, your upper body, your shoulders, your neck, your face, your head, your arms, your hands heavy on your legs. Observing how you breathe, how deep the breath goes into your body, how slow you exhale. And hopefully trying to move the pattern of breathing to a more equal length in inhalations and exhalations. Keeping always the breath through your nose. Trying to take oxygen, but also trying to use the time to exhale and to use that exhalation to relax. We activate our nervous system in the inhalation and we relax the nervous system in the exhalation. A few more moments here. Very softly and gently blinking your eyes open. The next pose, we're going to do it in the same seated position. So we're going to start extending and stretching the side of our neck. So we're going to move I'm going to mirror you, so I'm going to start moving my right hand out, bringing my left ear to my other shoulder, and using your left hand on top of your head. We are not pressing the head down, we're just allowing the weight of the hand to increase the side stretch of our neck. You can close the eyes. We're going to be here for about 2 minutes. The right hand is gently placed on the floor. We're not trying to pull ourselves away. We enjoy that side stretch. The neck, as I said at the beginning, we tend to flex and extend the cervical spine. We twist the neck all day because we turn our head to see things around. But lateral movements are not quite common in our functional daily life. So it's good to use the asanas to give our body what we don't give in the regular day. Keep breathing normally. Relaxing the head. Allowing the gravity to bring your body into deeper layers. I'm going to start feeling the stretch going down to my shoulder. So just observe what is happening, what is arising in your own body. And very softly release the hand and very gingerly bring your neck, your head back to the center. And stop. Pause. We always want to pause in between poses, in between sides. So let me stop the timer here to go to the other side. So now you bring your left hand out, your right ear to your right shoulder, and bring your right arm, your right hand on top of the head, closing your eyes. And remember to start the pose in that first space when the asana gently enters your body. We don't want to go all the way to the end. That's why we have time to allow the body to open up gradually. Observe if the breath is the same steady, calm breath. Evening up the inhalations and the exhalations. And observe if the pose has changed. It does for me. It has changed for me. I can start feeling the stretch going deeper and rolling down to my shoulder. See what you feel. You don't have to feel what I'm feeling. I'm just sharing the sensations. None of them is better than the other one. It's just what we experience. Only a few more seconds here. And gently, softly, gingerly come back to the center. I remember the first time I heard that word, and it really got me. It sounds so tender. I think that's why I use it. Good. So for the next pose, we have options. As usual, I like to give you options. So we will do, either we can do it with the same legs. You can stay with the legs exactly as you are right now. Perhaps you want to keep your right leg in front if it's not there yet. So this is one option for the legs. Option 2, you may want to feel comfortable being in square position, which is bringing your ankle and your knee on top of the other ankle and the other knee. This is one option as well. Or you can try to stack one knee on top of the other one. So here, as I said, I'm mirroring. So we're using the right knee on top of the left knee. You can come forward. I like to stack them better. Your feet as close as they will go. In my case, one foot comes close, the other one doesn't come too close. So that is the variation that works for you. And once we're here, so you have your right leg on top, we're gonna bring the left arm to the side. So we're gonna do this lateral shoelace. How far this hand will go, it depends on what happened on your sit bones. So you wanna have both sit bones grounded on the floor. And in the moment that you start moving your arm out, the opposite sit bone is going to try to lift. So try to keep that sit bone grounded on the floor, because we want to use that grounding effect to keep or to allow us to stretch the lateral side. If we come all the way, we may still have it, but it's not what we actually want to do. So keep both sit bones on the floor. Walk your hand to the side, and the other hand can rest on your thigh. We're not going to use this hand yet. We will do it for the other pose. What happened to your head is also up to you and how you feel. Some people like to drop the head all the way down, continuing with the stretch in the lateral side of the neck. It doesn't feel very good for me to do that. I have a condition in my cervical spine, so I keep my neck aligned with the rest of the spine. And make sure that we are not going forward, so you're not dropping to the front or you're not dropping back. It's a lateral stretch, so hopefully you already started feeling that stretch from your hips traveling to the side of your torso and all the way up. I can definitely feel it in my hip, in the top of my hip. That is the quadratus lumborum, a muscle that we have attached from the pelvis to the ribs. You can close the eyes. I'm not changing position just yet. We have one more minute here to go. If the placement of your head is still not comfortable, you can gaze down. I think that is one of the most comfortable places for the head. You can gaze down. You can keep your eyes open, perhaps finding a focal point on your mat, or you can close the eyes. 30 seconds to go here. Only a few more seconds. And softly start walking your hand back to the center. Stopping here for a moment. We will work on the same side, but now we're going to extend the legs in a dragonfly position. So we will open the legs as wide as they will go. They don't have to go too wide. Options for the legs. If you feel that having both legs in this position is a little too much, you can flex the right knee and go to one side. That is option for the leg. Otherwise, you can keep both legs in this position. Allow the toes to come in. They're softer, relaxed. We will work on the same side, but this time we're going to bend the elbow. So your left elbow on top of your left thigh, resting your head on your hand. Now we're going to extend the arm. We're going to bring the arm all the way up. I'm having my timer in front of me so I know that we are equal time in all the poses and all the sides. So this time the arm is more active. And again, you want to open towards the sky. So it's a lateral stretch. We're not coming forward. It's not this variation. It's the variation when you open your chest up and allow the arm to be on top of your ear. And this hand is just supporting your head. This is a deeper stretch of the lateral right side. And you can close your eyes or keep them open. Remember, if you keep them open, find a focal point so you don't find your eyes moving around. The more the eyes move around, the more your mind moves around. You want to use this time to go inwards, to connect with your soul, with your heart, to be with you. 30 more seconds here. And softly start releasing, bringing your torso back to the center and pause. Observe everything that is happening in one side, perhaps is not happening on the other side. And we will move to the other side. So we will do it with the shoelace. So again, remember we have options. You can keep now your left leg in front in this first variation of the legs. Or you can come to the square position, having your left leg on top. If you did the left before, so just do the other one. Or we can stack the knee on top of the other one. A way to get into this pose, which is quite accessible, is just shifting your body weight forward, stack the knees, and then come all the way down, making sure that both sit bones are on the floor. Good. So now we have the left leg on top. We're gonna walk the right hand out. So again, it will go as far as the left sit bone stays grounded on the floor. For some of you, that might mean that actually your elbow is all the way down. For some of you, maybe you're a little closer to your body. That's fine. We are all different, and we are all getting the benefits of the pose. Your left hand rests softly on your thigh. Same, decide what to do with the neck. Remember, if the neck in this position doesn't feel good, you can always gaze down. For me, that is the most comfortable way to have the head. Just stay here, surrendering to the pose. And observe how the stretch travels from the lateral side of your glutes to the mid part of your torso, and perhaps to the neck, depending on where you have placed your head. One of the main benefits of lateral stretches is to create a space in your ribs as well. We have muscles and tendons and ligaments between the ribs. So the more space they have, the more we can start training our lungs to go into deeper patterns of breathing. Perhaps start practicing retention of the breath, which is a technique to intake majority of the benefits of the breathing. And also we encourage our torso to remain in a straight position, so we're not compressing, hunching down. Space is always good. Having a space in the body is healthy. Good. So time's up. Start moving the hand back to the center and stopping here for a moment. Pause, observe, and then release. So we'll release the legs, same for the other side. Let's stop the time here. So options for the legs, you can have in this case, your left knee bent and extend only the right leg. We're gonna be supporting our weight on the right leg, or you can have both legs in the same position. So find the variation for the legs first, and then we will go placing your elbow on your thigh, resting your head on the hand. Make sure that you're resting the lateral side, so it's not your forehead. We're not facing down. We're not facing to any direction. We try to keep the movement as lateral as possible, and then the left arm comes above the left ear. And yes, this arm is a little bit more active. Some people like to drop it down, so if that works for you, that's fine also. I like to keep it more active, but it's your practice, it's your choice. I give you options and you choose from them. Eyes can be open or closed. Totally your choice, depending on what happened with your mind when your eyes are open. My mind gets a bit distracted when that happens, so I tend to close my eyes. "30 seconds to go." And softly releasing the pose, coming back to the center, stopping, pausing, and bringing our legs together. We're going to start moving down to the floor. So again, in the floor, we don't need any prop or anything. We will just start coming down to the floor to do some stretches. Continue with the lateral stretches that we were doing. So keep your body in the center of your mat. Let me just find my way down to the mat. I think I'm out. There you go. And now we will walk our both feet together to the left corner of the mat, and both hands together to the left corner of the mat. So options with the feet, they can be next to each other, or you can bring your right leg on top of your left. Same with the arms, you can bring your right arm on top of the left. Keep the head in the center of both arms. Hopefully both shoulders on the floor. If the right shoulder is off the floor, that's fine. Just keep it soft so the gravity keeps pulling that shoulder down. And basically here we are opening and lengthening the right side of the body. By crossing the limbs, we increase the stretch from our feet to our hands. But not necessarily more is better. Always start the pose where you feel it effective, where you feel that the asana is doing what it's meant to do. That sweet spot when it's not too little, it's not too much, it's just right. And stop here. Observe. Relax your legs. And now we move our feet to the right corner of the mat. We move both hands to the right corner. And we do the stretch on the other side. 2 minutes in this banana shape. Let me just start the timer here. You may find that one side is different than the other one. Perhaps one side is tighter than the other one. That's totally fine. I can feel my shoulders. My right shoulder always behaves different than my left one. Perhaps you are experiencing also that more openness in one side. And that can be due to many reasons. It can be posture, it can be how your body's structured, it can be that you compensate on one side. So it's important to gather this information and observe where is the cause, if there is any cause for that imbalance, and if that cause can be improved, can be changed. Some things will change, some things won't. We just keep working with what we have today, at this moment. Is it going to change? We don't know. "20 seconds remaining in this yummy stretch." At least I like it a lot. And carefully move your feet and your hands back to the center. Observe. And then letting go the arms to the side. So we will continue with this idea of working side to side. We're going to bring the right foot on top of the left knee. So options for the legs here. Just stop here. Options for the legs. You can keep your feet on the floor, hands resting to your side, and keep your right knee heavy, so it will keep going to the floor. Or you can hug your thigh or hug your shin. Finding that a stretch to the gluteus medius, to the lateral side of the leg. And if you're hugging your leg, either on your thigh or your shin, Just allow the weight of your arms and gravity to bring the knee, the leg closer to your torso. You're not actively pulling anything, you're just there. We're just surrendering to the space, to time, to gravity. Your ankle, your knee, everything is soft. We're not actively flexing the ankles. Just surrender to the pose. Let go. Few more moments. And if you are hugging your leg, let it go. Keep the right leg as it is. Plant your left sole on the floor. And now we're gonna move both legs as they are towards the left side. So it's a side stretch. Continue with the stretch on the leg. And moving your arms in a T position. You can gaze over your right shoulder or you can keep your gaze up. This is a great way to stretch also the IT band, which is a piece of fascia that we have from our muscle that is called tensor fascia latae, that it goes all the way down to the knee. And it tends to get quite tense and tight. So make sure that your left knee is down on the floor. The sole of your right foot is down on the floor. And we use this leverage between the knee and the feet to support that stretch of the lateral side of the leg. Have a few more seconds in this position before changing to the center. Okay, so we will undo the pose same as we came in. So we're going to bring the legs back to center. The right leg is still on top of the left. Then we let go of the right leg, and maybe bringing your both knees together, just to pause for a moment. Moving to the other side, so bringing your left foot on top of your right knee. Again, options here, not necessarily we have to do the same in both sides. Both sides may need different things. So options to keep your legs here, allowing your knee to be heavy. Option to hug your thigh or your shin, whatever feels right for this other side as well. Feet are soft. We're not actively doing much here, just hugging your thigh or your shin if you decided to do that. Feel your shoulders heavy. Moving with every second that passes. Perhaps your leg closer to your chest, going deeper into the stretch. Perhaps nothing is moving, and that's okay too. Believe me, a lot of things are happening in that area that we're stressing, in the hip and the glute, even the knee that is in flexion. Everything that you are right now, we are compressing, lengthening. A lot of things are moving around. You're just the doer of the shape, and the rest is happening without your conscious, without your awareness. That's the beauty of these poses. That's the beauty of practicing asanas in this way, that so many things are improving and changing and happening, and we don't have to do much. We just have to be. Just great in this world of doing all the time. Is great just to be. A few more moments. And if you're holding your leg, gently let go, keeping your legs as they are. We're gonna move into that side stretch with a twist to the other side. So start shifting your legs to the right. So the right knee will be on the floor, the sole of your left foot is on the floor as well, and your arms are in a T position. You can gaze over your left shoulder to continue with this spiral sensation, not only a sensation, it's an action, it's a spiral action in your spine. We're changing the pelvis in relation to the shoulders. And this is when we create a twist, when we produce a twist. Observe how your right leg is. If you're holding on to any contraction there, just let it go. Relax the legs. Keep your left knee soft so it becomes heavier. Only 20 seconds remaining in this lovely stretch. I'm loving it. I hope you are too. Okay, time to come out. So bring your legs back to the center. Pause. And then let go of the left leg. Bringing both knees together, pause. And before coming into our Savasana, we're gonna squeeze both legs, both knees together all the time. Every time we do a twist or any asymmetrical movement, you wanna do asymmetrical. So right now, let's use this as a mild forward fold. Believe it or not, this is what is happening here. You're folding your spine by folding the legs over your chest. Just take a moment to scan your body to see how your body feels here. Observe your especially the lateral side, the outside of your body. How does it feel? You have been creating a space for all those structures for almost half an hour now. 45 minutes actually. To scan the body, see what you see, observe what you feel. And mindfully bring your legs down to the floor, coming onto your Savasana. Options for your hands in Savasana: you can place your hands on your belly and stay here. You can drop your hands down to the floor. We will have a short Savasana, about 2 minutes. If you have more time to stay here, I always invite you to do that. 10 minutes, whatever is in your schedule, whatever you can fit in your schedule, in your day. Try to use it. For now, let's all enjoy the silence and the benefits of Savasana. Softly bring movements back to your toes and your fingers, awakening your hands and your feet, bringing back the movements on your legs and your arms. Lengthening, extending, moving, bending your knees, and moving your body to either side, just to transition to a seated position. Remember to move slow, and it's slower than you think when you're coming out of the mat. Take your time to continue with your activities. Keep yourself hydrated. It's important to drink water, drink hot tea, just to help our body to release everything that is being moving inside. Anyway, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope all these poses bring a lot of benefits to you, to your mind, to your spirit, to your body. See you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you like this class, please let me know by clicking the like button and commenting below this video, and I will reply to your questions and your comments. Joseph Pilates once said, "You are as young as your spine is flexible. If you're stiff at 30, you're old. If you're flexible at 60, you're young." Unfortunately, nowadays we spend a lot of time in front of a screen, and a lot of people are developing bad postures and pain in their back. To help you preventing and overcoming back-related issues, I have created the Back Pain Relief Program. If you want to learn about your spine, how to practice poses in an effective way, and how to get and maintain a healthy spine, this program is for you. For more information and to register in this program, click the first link below this video, and I hope to see you in this program very soon.